Thanks to the awesome folks over at Shudder, I got a chance to check out MadS, which hits their platform on October 18th, and this is gonna go down as one of the wildest movies on Shudder for 2024. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by the channel, and thank you for also sparing your time to check out my thoughts and hear my opinion on the movie MadS, dropping on October 18th, 2024. This is a one-take French horror movie which is absolutely bonkers, and I didn't know anything about it going into it except from it was shot in one take. Now, I appreciate movies that can do this, can hone this craft, and also give us something different. To give you a few examples, you got the movie 1917, which is a big blockbuster, and then the movie that kind of went a little bit under the radar called Boiling Point, and now we've got a horror called MadS. And this is a one I don't want to tell you too much about in terms of the plot synopsis, as I want you guys to go in more kind of fresh and open-minded, because there's definitely twists and turns along the way. But to give you a general gist, we follow a character who is played by Milton Riche, and he plays a character called Romain. This character follows him over the course of one night, taking a new drug that he's been given by his dealer, and it just goes off the wall. I think this movie is brilliantly crafted, and I can only commend the filmmaking, all the cast and the crew behind the scenes who managed to pull this off. This is directed by David Morrow. I've never seen any of this guy's work, but after checking out MadS, I 100% want to see more of this guy's works. This is honestly just such a treat. I mentioned before that this movie took a lot of twists and turns, which it does, but also twists and turns that I honestly did not expect and did not even see coming. And I can only commend the filmmaking, the script, the screenplay for pulling at the suspensefulness in certain moments it pitches on our screens, because this was a bloody, a gruesome, a wild, wacky, crazy 1 hour and 26-minute movie to sit through. And throughout the entire time I was gripped, simply because this is going to pull you in one direction and you're thinking, right, I know where this is going. However, it has other ideas in its mind and it will pull you in this direction instead. And again, that all comes down to the filmmaking, as this is shot in one take, and it's also shot in terms of over the course of one night. So as the movie starts, you know, you've got some light outside, it's getting to kind of the early afternoon or late afternoon, early evening, and then by the time it finishes, we're right into the evening where it is just pitch dark outside. And the transitions are fantastic. The choices that are made in the filmmaking as we get to the first, second and third act structure is unique, and I've never seen anything like that structure before. I'm sure it maybe has been done, but for me personally, I've never seen that. And I think the cast and crew involved all do a terrific job in terms of the roles that they're given and what they're asked to deliver. And I think I heard in the background somewhere, I could be wrong, that this took 5 takes to make, and you can't tell the cuts because it's followed along so well to the point I was like, wow, you can't help but be impressed by the filmmaking aspect. And I think that's where MadS is probably going to get the most credit it is due, with the aspect of how this was done in a real time. And I'm not saying I want this to happen, but I could easily see this being made into a remake by an American or British company. I could be wrong, but this just gave the vibe that once people see this, once people get a hold of this, I would say underground gem as such, they're going to probably want to remake this. We've seen that with like See No Evil very recently, and we've seen that with other movies that's less than 2 or 3 years old. This could be one of them, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. The uniqueness of the plot, and also a fresh take on a genre we've seen many movies done before, but this adds something to that genre and gives us a way of showing how great practical effects are and can be, even utilized in a movie that's only one solid take all the way through. I've got tons of positives for MadS. The only issues I've got, which I've got two of them, but they're not huge, but they're more like nitpicks. I would say, number one, there is a few shots where, because this is filmed in one take, you can see in the shadows, for example, like how Cara Romain is going up the stairs, and you can see a shadow on the wall, which is clearly the cameraman, and you can tell like one or two shots here or there where that is shown. And of course, it's bound to happen. It's nighttime. There's of course shadows behind you as you're walking, and of course it's done in one take, so they have to be very careful how they do the shots. And again, there's one or two elements, but it was noticeable. I laughed a little bit, but I think other people may notice as well. And also, there is one or two elements in the movie that didn't 100% connect with me personal level, and one or two decisions made, I was like, I would have maybe changed that, but I can't really talk about that for spoilers. So if you've seen this and you maybe feel the same as me, or you maybe get where I'm alluding to one of those 2 points, let me know down below in the comment section. But please put the words spoilers before you put your comment. But yeah, MadS, I recommend this. Definitely one of the best Shudder screeners I've been sent this year. Maybe even the best Shudder screener I've had this year. And I'm going to give this a solid 3.5 stars out of 5. If you've seen MadS or you fancy checking it out, let me know in the comment section down below. In the meantime, if you haven't checked out my Patreon, you can do so by clicking the link down below in the description box. For only £2 per month, you get access to stuff that you won't get here on YouTube. Big thanks to all my awesome Patrons. But in the meantime, if you haven't seen these videos of mine, well, hey, click over here, have a little bit of a deep dive. Till next time, that's see you guys. I'll be seeing you later.